Hello and welcome to Like to Record. That's the podcast we're on.
Is that the podcast we're on?
Wow. I'm sorry. I was typing and I thought I could type and do this at the same time.
No, you can't do that.
So,
I'm clearly at the wrong place. I'm sorry.
Right.
Yeah, no, sorry.
Bye.
And that's the episode.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Hello and welcome to Like to Record, the podcast where we discuss your favorite made-for-TV movies. Whether you love to hate watch or hate yourself for loving them, pour up a glass of your favorite cocktail and join us. I am your host, Patrick Serrano, and my guests today are...
I am Drew Current, and my favorite cocktail is, weirdly, vodka and squirt.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm Casey Alltop, and I'm currently drinking water because I had too much sodium for dinner.
Yeah.
Right. There
She
you
did.
go.
And you could smell it.
Yeah.
Right.
Off of her.
I got
Like
the
it's
salt
whipped.
sweats.
She got the salt.
She's like a salt lick.
Yeah, it took a
Casey
lick.
is back.
Hey.
You thought Victoria Gotti got her after we
No.
recorded our last podcast,
No,
but
but
Casey
nope.
survived.
In a
She
weird way,
survived it.
she got me hooked.
Right?
She got me hooked.
So you like the hook stuff with the being hooked, getting hook in your skin and
Ooh.
hanging.
Oh,
God. I didn't
wow.
even think of that. God, no.
Oh, you didn't? Because I
No.
thought that's what you got into.
Right. Oh, no. But if I tried it once, I'd probably be super
Yeah,
into
no, I got into it, and that's all I can do. That's the only way I can get off.
Yeah,
Wow.
I'm
Weird.
into different body manipulation.
Oh yeah,
so-
sure. Nose stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
But you're back
And
for
I'm back.
Christmas.
Oh, for the holiday season.
Got you. Yeah.
it's Christmas time.
Yeah.
And ding-a-ling, ding-a-ling, ding.
If America thinks there's a war on Christmas, they just need to turn on Lifetime and the Hallmark Channel
Yeah,
because
that's it.
there ain't no war on
There's
Christmas.
no war.
Oh, no. Christmas
war on
is
Christmas.
alive and well.
Yeah.
Guys, no one's warring on Christmas.
No
Other
one's-
holidays?
Everything's
No,
Nope.
Everything's fine.
everything's fine.
They are doing a couple Hanukkah ones.
Oh,
Great.
thank God.
There's no war on
Hallmark
Hanukkah
is
either.
doing one, or Hallmark is doing a couple, and Lifetime's doing a couple.
Sure.
Well, Hallmark is run
Uh-oh.
is run by the Jewish people.
Is it?
No, it's not.
Oh, I don't know.
It's
Is
not.
it?
I mean, maybe some investors,
Yeah, I mean,
but
it-
you know,
look,
that's Hollywood in general.
Hallmark is a card store in the mall.
it
Yeah,
is.
Hallmark is a card store first, a TV network like fifth.
Yeah.
Fifth. I don't
You
know
know.
what the
When
other
I think Hallmark,
ornaments.
I think I can finally go find my precious moments dolls
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
for my collection.
Yeah, you just got to find
Exactly.
your precious moments dolls.
But we're not talking about a Hallmark today.
No.
Thank God. We're talking about a
thank
Lifetime.
Yes.
You know, the rules are a little bit different on the Lifetime.
Right.
Hurricane Megan or Winter Storm Megan, she might show up.
Oh.
I know. They called that Winter Storm Megan. I was like, even the storm is a basic B.
And so check it out though. They've been doing like almost every
Lifetime movie,
every Lifetime movie,
Christmas,
they've involved
Hurricane Megan,
Winter-
or Winter
it's
Storm
always
Megan.
Winter Storm Megan?
Always.
So
She's
Oh
there-
my
so
gosh,
it's like
I love
it's
it.
all in the same universe.
all live in the same
like
universe.
Marvel.
yeah.
Wow.
There you go.
And they live like on the same coast or something because I don't think this, unless the whole thing like destroys the entire nation.
Sure,
Oh,
I
no,
think it
goes-
does. I think
goes
it's
it's
global. It's global.
This
It's
is
global.
like the final Lifetime movie is
Yeah.
this Hurricane Storm.
Yep. Yes.
Megan just takes
it's
over.
It's fucking nuts.
It's
Oh
like
my
day after
God.
tomorrow,
but
Christmas.
Christmas.
You know,
Day after tomorrow.
Christmas.
Christmas.
I would watch that.
Dude, that would be
will
the best Christmas
podcast the
movie
shit
ever.
out of that.
There
yeah.
you go.
Yeah.
All right, so no, the movie we're talking about today is You Light Up My Christmas.
Light up my Christmas.
That's right.
It's hard not to.
Yeah, You Light Up My Life does not appear in this movie.
No.
True. So get that out of your head.
You Light Up My Life does not appear?
No.
Okay.
It's some bullshit.
I will get it out of my head then.
Basically, they say You Light Up My Christmas because it's about a Christmas light factory,
Yes.
which, who cares?
Ooh,
Oh,
whoa.
Drew cares. Sorry. I didn't realize this is... I said, who cares? And Drew said, ooh, tell me more.
Ooh, a factory that makes lights.
Electricity. Wow.
Go
It stars.
It's a miracle.
It stars Kim Fields. You know who that is? Tootie from Facts of Life.
Tootie.
Oh, okay.
You take the good, you take the bad, you take them both, and there you have the
facts
of life.
Do to do.
Facts of life.
Do to do.
And also Martin. She was on Martin.
Of course she was.
Was.
Wasn't she in Living Color too?
Just don't
yeah.
name everything
no,
that had black
I'm-
people,
she
She
you
wasn't.
assholes.
No, living single.
Single.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay.
With Queen Latifah, confused. She's a classic.
Classic.
She's the most successful Facts of Life person, I would say.
yeah. I mean, there's a reason
Yeah.
they picked her for the lead over the rest of the crew.
Exactly. Well, she's the
Okay.
youngest.
Yeah. Okay.
Just
cool.
saying.
Oh, she is. Okay. Good.
So also
Oh,
stars
Adrian Holmes?
Adrian Holmes. Do you know who that is?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, really?
I love this guy.
Oh, he was
He's
good.
Fine.
He was in
ass.
Cabin in the Woods.
Oh, really?
He's been in like all these stupid, like he's in like stupid action movies that I really like.
okay.
So I recognize him.
Checks
I know-
out. Makes
I know who he
sense.
is.
Understand why he was so attractive and so
Yeah,
good
he's a
in the
good-
romantic leading role. He
He's
was like
a good
perfect.
looking dude, and he's a good actor.
He's good looking. He did a fine, good job.
Yes.
He was in
Fine and
Arrow.
well.
He's in fucking all this shit.
Okay.
Also stars one more person who's not listed probably on your IMDb because he's in the additional cast and credits. Ben Wilkinson, my favorite Antonio Sabata Jr. knockoff.
Oh, Ben Wilkinson.
He totally is.
I love him.
He's totally not on. Oh no, he is.
He's in there at the very bottom because
Oh,
his
he
character's
is.
very minor, but I added him to my list of
I-
notable people because he's my notable person.
Yes. Well, he is fine
He's fine.
as well. He's
He-
like a fine older guy. And now I understand why I
Oh,
had a crush on him immediately because I loved Antonio Sabato
Me
Jr. in
too.
high school. I had his poster all up in my locker.
And let me tell
Really?
you, let me
Yes.
tell you,
Okay.
Antonio Sabata Jr. does not look good now.
Right.
This guy does.
Yes, this guy
Okay.
looks good. And when you first meet him, kind of spoiler alert, you're like, this guy's gonna be a fucking asshole. And then he wasn't.
No, he was a nice
Weird.
guy.
Yeah.
And most of his dialogue was done in what's it called, post, where they like do the
Yes.
ADR?
So they're all talking like this and be like, oh yeah, and then this is gonna happen, this is gonna happen. And then he's like, well, here is what I think is going to happen. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Does this guy not actually speak English or what's happening?
all his stuff was recorded afterwards.
Oh, really?
His voice was
Like-
so deep and amplified.
Something must have been wrong with his
He
mic
was
pack on set. Like his mic gave out and they
Yeah.
didn't record any of his audio.
Especially that
It was
last
like the last
scene, I was like,
Batman
what?
with the
Totally. Totally.
Yeah, I'm like, did this man die 5 years before this movie happened? And they
Right.
just like
we're putting together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
superimposed him.
He
All right.
was he was in. I'll say this because I was a fan of the show. He was in Stargate, SG-1.
Oh, he was?
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Well, and we've talked about him on the podcast before because I have a crush on him and I want him to come on the podcast.
Yeah.
Oh, hey,
Hey, dude.
Hey,
come
Ben.
on the podcast.
Should we do-
love
Wilkinson?
you. We love you.
Just do an ad.
We're
real
not gonna
quick.
make fun of you.
No, my ad would just
Maybe
be
a little
like,
bit.
I won't sexually harass you. I'll talk to you about like your job and stuff.
Hey Ben.
But if you're single and you want to
Right.
be sexually harassed,
just
it's not
wanna
sexual
try-
harassment then.
Then
Yeah.
it's not sexual. You just want. You,
then it's
you
just flirting, baby.
Then it's flirty. If you want to get flirted by Patrick,
Right.
bro.
I'll
Come
take
on.
off my my Sally Jesse Raphael hat and I'll put on my sexy hat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So come on, Ben. It'll be a really good experience. It'll be good for your career.
Come on,
and your
don't.
jawline.
Which is already great.
I should
Hopefully
say-
it'll get better.
I should say Mr. Wilkinson.
There you go. There you
Mr.
go.
Dubs.
Mr. Wilkinson. Mr. Dubs. Get on.
How
Come
much
on.
research
Okay.
did you do on being a realtor before you took that role and you light up my Christmas?
Yeah.
See, we have serious, hard-hitting questions.
So many questions.
So many.
He's usually the bad guy in
He
Lifetime
totally
movies.
plays the bad guy.
And I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
I'm like, this guy
I mean,
could
he looks
totally
like a bad guy.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
looks like
he
a bad
looks
guy.
like a bad guy.
Well, because he's.
And when you first
it's
meet
'cause
him, you're
of
like,
his
he's going to
jaw.
be total shithead. Yeah.
Yeah,
He's not.
it's because of his jaw.
It's
He
'cause of
gets
his
typecast
sexy
because
jaw.
of his sexy
Yeah.
ass jaw.
Sexy jaw equals evil
Bad guy. Bad guy.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like me. I would only.
Sure.
You're always a bad guy.
There you go.
I'm always a bad guy.
Okay,
Sexy
so jumping
jaw.
into the movie,
Okay.
I only wrote the character names as facts of life characters. So sorry.
Same.
Okay, good. I'm like, I don't care about this person's real name. Tootie is a real estate agent. Okay, and Tootie lives in Phoenix. She has hot sauce in her bag. She's
Okay.
living her best life.
Like this
Yeah.
movie, I swear, was sponsored by Cholula.
Yeah.
Because there was a bottle of Cholula everywhere.
Oh, okay. Cholula's great. It's great hot sauce.
Yeah.
She is working with Nate, who is our Ben guy. He is also a real estate agent, and they want to like create their own company to I don't know, sell real estate in
Yeah,
Phoenix.
they're
So
just going to
more
branch
property.
out from whatever property company they were working with. At this point, I'm like, he's going to screw her over. I was wrong.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
And she has an idea to decorate holiday or the houses that need to be sold for the holidays because they sell faster and for more money.
Okay.
Yes, if
And
you're
that's
decorating.
actually true. That's
Wait.
like a real thing.
Yeah, you got to stage the house.
Stage the
Makes
house
sense.
Okay.
for the holidays, starting at like Halloween.
Oh, to sell
To
during-
Christmas.
Okay.
Be like,
And
oh,
it-
I could celebrate Christmas here.
Yep.
yeah.
Isn't that interesting?
No, to make it comfortable. And
People
Yeah.
can't use their
And you-
imaginations.
And
they
you
have
like
to see it.
candles that smell like cinnamon and shit.
Yeah.
Right.
You like bake
Pumpkin
cookies.
spice.
Totally baked
Fucking-
cookies. Gotta
yeah.
bake cookies. Make it feel homey.
You scrub the blood out of the rugs.
Right.
Yeah, get the well, definitely
At Victoria Gotti's
Yeah.
house. Yes.
Hey, get the blood out of
Yeah,
the rugs. though.
always.
So she has to go home. Tootie has to go home for the holidays because her dad recently died and she has to sell his house.
To Cherry Creek, which they said the words Cherry Creek an uncomfortable amount. I was
Just
like, we
in
know.
case. I mean, it's not even called Cherry Creek Christmas. So
No, but they said it. So it would be like if I was like, "Hey guys, I really like living in Chicago. I lived in Chicago for almost 20 years now. Chicago is what I would call home. And when I move, I won't live in Chicago anymore." You're like, what the hell? Like that's how much they said Cherry Creek. Like,
yeah, it's true. It's true. But she is back in Cherry Creek
Maybe
because
the original name of this
was Chicago.
was Cherry Creek.
Christmas.
Christmas.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
It probably was, and they just didn't change the dialogue.
There you go. So
'Cause it
Tootie,
took 3 meetings of like 100 people
Right.
to change the name. Yep.
sure.
Tootie is at her father's house. She's gonna decorate it, and by decorate, I mean like she puts up like bows on like cabinets.
Yeah,
On
you
his
put a bow.
amazing appliances.
Yeah, it's like,
her
there's an oven, tie a bow on it.
old man, ill father was like, just remodel the kitchen.
Yeah,
Just remodel the kitchen.
was like
you
brand spanking
fucking
new.
idiot.
Also, I want to throw out there real quick. And we've talked about this with Lifetime movies before. The wig game was wretched. Like her wig was making me uncomfortable. And there's already this whole thing in Hollywood about how there's not enough like black hairdressers. So it was probably some white bitch too that was like slapping this wig on her head. It was
yeah.
horrifying.
I hope Kim has enough business sense to know to bring her own hair and makeup people.
Well, I think she forgot
think
for this
so.
particular film.
Right, you know, she was a producer. She was a producer on the
Did
film.
she? That
so
wig was bad.
She needs to
Wigs-
get it together.
Maybe
But-
she's just really nice and like doesn't want to.
yeah, she's like, it looks
stir the
fine.
pot.
It's fine.
It's like it's fine. It doesn't matter that my roots are literally
okay. I don't.
glued
Let's
on.
just fucking because she also if she's a producer, she also
She's
has
like, we
to-
got to make money.
They got to make this movie in like 10 days.
Yeah, for real. For real. So she goes into town. She's like running around doing stuff. She like sees the Christmas store and she's like, why does this Christmas store have no stock of Christmas lights? What the hell's going on?
The hell?
What the fuck?
Where is everyone in town? Like, whatever. She goes to her father had a factory. He died. And the factory is a Christmas light factory with no one working in it because everyone's moved to the neighboring town for the rival Christmas light.
Or they got laid off.
Oh,
Some of them got laid off. Before he died, he laid a bunch of people off. I was like, ouchie.
Right?
Oh.
Thompson's is the rival store. Okay. And she
Thompson's.
Thompson's, how would you do
Thompsons, you
this?
fucks.
Ben is her ex-boyfriend, and he basically inherited without inheriting any profit or title or
He's just
anything.
in charge.
He's running the factory now.
I went back and forth for multiple scenes on if he was her brother or her ex-boyfriend.
I
It's like,
true.
oh, is this her brother or ex-boyfriend? Oh, definitely brother. Oh, no, boyfriend.
Oh,
brother.
okay.
Yeah.
brother.
In the beginning, it seemed like he could be the brother, but
And where are we?
Cherry Creek.
But is it like a
Cherry Creek, Drew.
Cherry Creek. Don't ask any
Oh,
more questions
okay.
than that.
Yep.
You should know better.
Cherry Creek,
We're in
Oregon? I'm
Cherry
going to say
Creek.
Cherry Creek, Oregon.
Wonderful.
In my mind.
Cherry Creek.
So
Cherry Creek.
he's like telling her that things aren't so good, but
Investigate. Yeah.
But she like walks around the factory and she looks so sad. Like if you told someone to walk around and look sad, that's what Kim
She
Fields is doing
nailed
here.
it.
She is just like looking the sad. I mean,
it's just like
yeah.
She
It
was
must
like,
be that
"This is bummed out."
child actor thing because I was like, whoa, she looks really sad.
Yeah, she was putting it on. It was the faces she made when she was deciding if she was going to fly back home to
her
Cherry
dad-
Creek as
her
well.
dad
Like
died.
very dramatic faces.
Yeah, and the factory is like not doing well, and her ex-boyfriend / brother works there and is running it without
Yeah.
any like
Yeah.
Her dad died, and all those bad things are happening. She can be sad at this point,
And
she can Charlie Brown out.
basically the whole town is not even doing a very good job with Christmas.
No, they have dim lights, dim Christmas lights. Stupid idiots.
They're not even going to put up a
Gross.
Christmas tree in the town hall.
What? There's not even
Whatever.
a fucking. There's
No,
not even a.
they're not
thing?
doing anything.
People have gotten sad,
Well, that's why, because they're not doing.
including
her.
her best friend who runs the Christmas shop.
Right. Who is really weird.
Okay, so I've got some issues with this broad.
She's a weirdo.
Yeah, she's very strange. She's supposed to be like the quirky best friend with the curly hair that's skinny and weird and kind of bird-like and blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, this is an improviser. I'm looking this bitch
Oh
up.
God, she wasn't she?
She is. She's a Canadian improviser. No offense, ma'am. You were great.
Yeah, your improv's
here's
amazing.
My problem.
Nothing
You're-
wrong with Canadian improvisers.
Your character.
Here's
Ooh.
my biggest problem. I'm watching them, and I'm like, we're supposed to believe that they grew up together, right? Like, oh, this is what it was like when you were at home. This is what this was like. And I'm like, these bitches aren't even close to the same age.
No.
And I know, like, we're in the theater. We have friends that are 10 years younger, 10 years older. But no one you grew up with has a mass age difference with you, right? I'm like, these two did not. I actually looked them up. And, of course, you can fill with the characters, but they're actual human ages. The best friend Lily was born in 1988, so she's 31. And Kim Fields was born in 69, so she's 50. So we're supposed to believe that these people that are almost 20 years apart in age
Right.
were like, when we were growing up.
50.
Yeah,
Kim Fields,
she looks
she looks
fine,
good.
right?
She looks good. She
Well
did that
done.
Botox early.
Well,
Yeah.
Well done.
20
Kim
years
Fields.
apart, and they keep, when we were growing up, I'm like, I cannot buy
20
into
years
this.
difference that's a whole generation.
You guys, I mean, I don't know why you're so shocked by this because I'm 20 years younger
That's-
than you.
that is
so,
weird.
You
Yeah,
know,
that's-
Yeah,
True.
but we didn't grow up together. I wasn't like, back when the day when I was wiping your butt.
right.
Like,
Because I was a baby 20 years ago. Because I'm 20.
Because you're 20 now,
Because Patrick's 20
I'm
years
20.
old.
and I'm 50.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I am 60.
Yes.
Right.
65.
65
With
years
each
old.
puff of that jewel thing that you're smoking, you gain a year.
Yikes.
I gain a year.
Yeah. That's
I
what I'm
don't
saying.
lose a year.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, you gain a year in age, so you get closer to death. I'm
I
sorry.
thought
Yeah, I tried to
gained
put
a year,
no.
like not to die.
I was putting a positive spin on your inevitable.
Who
death.
knows? Who knows what happens?
So
Who knows what
Find out.
happens?
Tootie is spending time with Ben. They get dinner or whatever, and they talk. And he is like telling her, well, they have like agreed to go get a Christmas tree for the house to like decorate the house and blah blah blah. And she's like, "Great, pick me up tomorrow." Next morning comes.
Real couple sibling stuff.
Oh yeah, because he's like, "You're always late." Blah blah blah. She's like, "No, I'll be ready." And she, of course, oversleeps, and she's like in her PJs, and he like comes in with coffee. She's like, "How did you get in here?" He's like, "I have a key. It's your dad's house."
Right.
Yeah.
Our dad's house.
I know, and I was like, because you're her brother?
Right?
How'd you get in
Confusing.
here? Because it's our fucking house. Fuck
Yeah.
off.
Right?
Yeah.
And he's like laughing at her for like being in her PJs and like also being in like full makeup.
Of course, full makeup and like hair,
Total hair. You know, because like,
Yeah. when
well,
you wake up.
I'm not a person of color of black hair. I don't have black hair. But you have to like wrap that shit up at night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know, she was just like sleeping with like, her hair was like a little bit messy.
I mean, I wrap my hair up.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Good.
Absolutely.
You should. Keep it hydrated.
Put a cap on it.
Right. So, anyways, 2D gets ready really fast. The fastest I've ever seen anybody get ready.
Right.
And Ben's like, okay, great. They go and they like basically, I don't even know. I guess they just
They're
like,
just reminiscing
yeah.
about the good old days and her dad.
And he like remembers all her like special food orders and
Oh,
like
this
gets
is
her
her
special coffee.
This is her like ex or her
Ex.
This is her ex or her brother.
Yes. At this point, we're
Slash
determining
brother.
it's the ex-boyfriend.
Okay.
But he knows to bring her coffee with maple syrup and carrot muffins with no raisins. He
No
just
raisins.
remembers everything.
Yeah, no
And, she,
raisins
and she just takes it off for granted. She's like, damn right, you remember that.
because that would
Yeah.
be weird.
You know?
If you put raisins in carrot muffins.
Yeah, that would be stupid.
Gross.
Also, I don't know where you roll up and just grab a carrot muffin, but okay.
The
They
local bakery.
whether they're brother or whether they're ex-lovers, they have really good chemistry. The
They
two
do.
actors.
They do.
Okay.
Like they're
We'll
just
say.
like really fun and
Good.
nice and like whatever. And I was like, oh, this is so fun. Like whatever. And then we get a twist because Ben is dating the real estate agent Heather.
Yes. So the realtor for her dad's house is fine, whatever. She's kind of annoying.
Okay.
And she's casually going on dates, and I mean casually.
Mm-hmm.
Like there is no chemistry between these two
No,
people.
he doesn't even remember they had a date.
She's like, "Don't forget we're going to coffee before work on Tuesday." I'm like, "What kind of date is that?"
Yeah. And he's like, oh, I'll put it in my Google Calendar so
put it
I
in my
remember.
Google calendar.
And she's like, oh, that's romantic. You got to put in a Google Calendar to remember my
She's
damn
like,
date.
okay. And
Well,
I
yeah.
mean, Tootie and Ben are hanging out a lot, and she's just like, do.
She
I
doesn't
kept
get-
wanting her to be like, what the hell is going on between you two?
Yeah, because she's still like
Okay.
meeting up with Tootie and being like, your house isn't really getting what we're asking for, and we'll strategize this plan and this plan and this plan. Like,
Right.
she totally doesn't she thinks they're siblings too and doesn't get it.
Maybe.
You know, maybe that's what's going on here.
Oh.
Can I just throw out
Weird.
real quick
All right.
that we're probably about 20, 25, maybe a half hour into this movie.
Yep.
And Tootie is the only person from the Facts of Life that we've seen so far.
True.
Yet when this movie has been advertised,
Very, very much
it's
advertised.
very heavy on reuniting the cast of the Facts of Life. And the poster is the cast of the Facts of Life.
Yeah.
It's Tootie, Blanche, and Natalie.
Blair.
Yeah, Blanche.
Yeah. Blanche is our other favorite.
Our other favorite.
And that reunion on
Blair
Lifetime's
and
going to be
Natalie.
great.
And that would be amazing.
Because they're all the
Get 'em-
ghosty girls.
Get them before the rest of them's dead. Yeah. So I'm just like, okay, we were promised a lot, and when are we going to deliver?
Yes. So we get our Facts of Life reunion. Now,
Really?
how do you think? Well, first of all, Drew,
Yeah.
Facts of Life is not your demographic. Did it miss you completely, or
No.
are you aware?
No, I watched it. I just was.
Okay.
It was during my time, but I watched.
Hmm.
I didn't watch it like.
You knew it existed.
Yeah, I mean, I watched it here and there, but
Right.
but like that was. I think I watched like. I don't know. Seinfeld.
Sure. Well,
I think I watched
Seinfeld is not the right answer.
okay,
What was
Right.
the question?
but I think I watched like. I watched something else.
You know enough.
I know enough. About
Okay, you knew it was an 80s show, and it's like a boarding
Yeah.
house, boarding school.
Yes,
Right.
I
Okay.
know
Mrs.
that.
Garrett, all that
Mrs.
stuff.
Garrett,
I-
George
I-
Clooney's
Yes, I know
debut.
all that stuff. I just didn't. I wasn't like.
You
I
didn't
was
watch
there.
every episode.
I was there
at
and I
6 in the
could
morning.
have. I
like me.
could have,
Yeah.
but I didn't because I didn't like it.
You spent some alone time watching that program.
There you go.
I read sci-fi books,
So
but
Tootie and the
13-year-old
BFF,
Drew loved Facts of
He
Life.
sure
Let's be
did.
real. Okay.
they go ice skating. At the ice skating rink brings our Facts of Life reunion together. Okay, here's how: Blair Waldorf
Okay.
is working the check-in. She is a hippie.
yeah.
Natalie,
She's selling edibles, which I mean, they were alluding to pot, right?
yes,
Okay.
totally,
Okay.
Oh, so they're definitely in Oregon.
sure.
Yeah.
Good job.
Natalie is also working at the ice skating rink. She's like the lifeguard of the ice skating rink. She has a whistle. She's blowing at people for going too fast or like
Yeah. For
sitting
going
down.
the opposite
She is
direction.
high strung, and her face is flattened by plastic surgery.
Right. That, Drew, is the reunion. That's it.
That's the reunion, Drew.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
There is some Easter egg things coming later. My mom watched it with me and she was like, they'll be at the Christmas tree lighting and that's the last time you'll see them. I'm like, okay.
Correct.
Your mom is correct.
She's seen a lot of these.
We see him one more time at the rink as well.
Wow.
And
okay.
that's it. And-
that's kind of how they advertise for it.
Not to jump ahead, but we were also promised a Joe in this.
Joe's the most famous of them all.
And when the opening credits happen, it's like Kim Fields, and
Wait, who
then
plays
it's the
Joe?
three of them.
Well, I don't know if you would know
What's her real
Joe.
name?
I'll look it up while we're talking.
She's the tomboy one on The Facts of Life.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll show you.
Also,
I'll show you a picture.
literally, where was George Clooney? Was he too busy for this?
Oh, he's definitely
Yeah.
not too busy.
No, George Clooney is he's a famous actor now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
He did Batman. Batman and Robin.
I'm so sure he did Batman.
He did
So-
Batman and Robin. You remember?
Sure.
Joe is played by Nancy McKeon.
Okay, does that ring a bell? No.
Nancy McKeon, she's been in a lot of 90s stuff. She actually shows up in the movie on a phone and
So
like
she's-
FaceTimes in.
So we're to believe that this actress was too busy to do this movie.
I looked it up because I was curious. Seems like Homegirl is having some family issues,
Personal
issues, and she hasn't been acting in a while. And her like last like 5 Instagram posts are like, "Thank you everyone for dealing with this difficult time in my family." I'm like,
So what is it?
I don't know.
And you're like,
but,
I don't care.
But she did do a post
don't care
probably
anymore.
about the time that it was announced that this movie was happening with the Facts of Life girls and was like, I love my family, blah, blah, blah. Because she knew she wasn't going to be in the movie, so she didn't want to look like a diva for not coming back.
Oh.
So she was doing damage control before the movie even came out. So this was strategic on her part to be like, you know,
Not to
It's
be
like,
a
I can't do
heartless
it.
wench, but
I'ma
I can't
be a
imagine
heartless
what would be going on that I would be like, can't make the movie, guys.
would you come back for this
Is there
though?
nothing?
Like,
is there nothing that would be happening?
I mean, give me some examples.
if we did a PH reunion, our
Yeah.
theater company that we were all in,
that
Yeah.
would fail.
a reunion, would you go back? I wouldn't.
Yes. First of
don't
all,
think I would.
yes, I would because it would be fun. Second of all,
Not
in
a
this-
social one. I
in
mean,
this-
like go on stage and do a show.
Absolutely, I would.
Like we have to redo Breakfast Club the musical, and we all have to like redo our parts.
Yes.
Ooh.
On top of that, I wasn't in Breakfast Club music, but
You weren't?
No.
Oh shit! I thought you were.
Oh, sorry, I didn't get cast on that.
No. Sorry, I
Me and Patrick
didn't
were.
even try.
You made the right call. That lasted
That
forever.
was
Thank you.
too much.
I was offered the role of the janitor, and I said no, thank you.
Well, I know who played the janitor, and I think you would have done a better job. And you played a janitor pretty much, or the mayor in another one. That was the same role.
Yeah, same thing. Annie Hoozles. But you get paid pretty well to be in a movie, y'all.
True, it's money, basically free money.
Oh, that would be like if we were getting paid.
So what do you think is going on that she's like, no, I don't have a week to come out and do this? Because you know they filmed all that shit in like 2 days.
I mean,
knows,
their
though?
stuff would have been
Like,
done in one
what?
day.
Yeah.
But it would suck if it was just like my fucking like okay, someone
Yeah.
died.
My brother killed himself.
Yeah, or
something.
like,
you know, like
my
something
brother
crazy.
got murdered.
Murdered.
And I gotta fucking go
Sorry.
to trial.
Okay, I'd be like, sorry, Greg got murdered. That's my brother.
Oh.
I'll be back in a week to help everyone deal with this because I got to go film this movie.
You heartless.
Wow, you gotta go.
You heartless.
You gotta go be in PH's Breakfast Club.
And you're driving an automatic.
Yep.
All right. Well, basically, that's the Facts of Life reunion, and
That's it.
we'll see. That's it.
That's the
that's
whole
it.
thing. So, I mean, they advertised this pretty hot and heavy.
It was
so-
in People magazine with the cover and the picture and everything.
Really?
And that is the whole reunion.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
Well, guys,
There you
I
go.
don't know.
Moving on.
Moving
Christmas things happen, of course. Ben finds some old like plans that her father was working on for like a new light,
A new type of light.
Ooh, a different type of light.
not LED,
Oh, different even from
brighter
LED.
than
It's
LED.
gonna be brighter.
Ooh.
Because what you want at Christmas is the brightest lights possible.
Yeah, you want the
This
brightest
is how
shit.
you're gonna pull them people in. This is how you're gonna sell them houses.
Yep.
But
Yep.
the rival company, of course, has all the commercials and like they have all the marketing, they have all the money.
Straight up TV
But their
commercials.
Christmas lights don't even last one season.
No, they bought some and tried them, and they were trash. Also,
made
this
in
whole
China,
trope
probably.
of the whole like competing. Oh, the factory's shutting down because this other factory. I was like, how can everything else in this movie be in 2019 and this whole factory concept? It's like, what is this, 1945? Like,
Yeah.
no, make it
Well,
Amazon's gonna murder you.
Right.
It's more realistic.
It was written in 1945, this movie.
Mm-hmm.
But then
Oh.
finally they were able to like do the special effects and stuff.
Got it.
for now.
and they
Yeah.
had to wait for the facts of life to be invented to happen,
Yeah.
to go off the
Yep.
air, and for them to get older.
Done.
Got
Yep.
it.
Figured it out.
Okay.
So, Tootie and Ben are trying really hard not to fall in love because they're brother and sister. But they like go to his parents' house or their parents' house, his parents' house.
His parents'
and
house. His parents are
they're like,
lovely.
"Oh my God, where have you been, Tootie? We've missed you. You're so great." And she like really just like kicks it right back. Like, you know, like when you pick up like with an old friend.
Oh, yeah.
That type of vibe. And they're like, "Ben, get out of here. We could just keep this girl around forever."
Yeah.
Like, we love her.
Yeah.
And after that, they talk about their feelings, like Tootie and Ben, and she's just like sad, sad, sad. And she does her sad face again.
She does hardcore sad face.
And I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Kim Fields, her Botox is good that she can make that sad
She
face.
can make faces right
great.
through it.
I know.
Great.
I took a
job.
Botox break when I was in 9 to 5.
So you could express yourself.
So I could,
Mm-hmm.
but then I was only on stage for like, you know, the songs. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
but
well,
but you
I
were
could've done this.
amazing because I saw you in
Oh,
it.
thank you,
and
you.
it was great.
Thank you, thank you,
Aw,
thank you.
And it
that's
was worth
nice.
it.
But, you know,
Aw.
I'm like, when can I schedule my next Botox appointment?
Yeah.
Okay. But Kim, she doesn't need to.
She doesn't
she doesn't
need
need
to.
to. She looks great sad. She looks great happy.
She can express emotion.
Right?
It was fine.
So then they talk about something, I'm assuming Christmas magic, and she's like, I don't believe. And he's like, I'll prove you wrong. Christmas magic is real.
Ooh.
Is that what they were talking about? Do you know?
I,
It was
you
very
know,
vague. It was like vague.
Yeah, yeah. She wanted to prove a point, and he was just like, all right. I don't know.
I mean, I was like, I don't want to rewind because I don't care.
No.
But it seemed like
He was trying to-
important.
It
It seemed like
definitely
an
was
important
like,
moment that I missed.
Is this an argument, or maybe this is the big conflict happening?
It was
I don't know,
weird.
seems
It was
I don't
weird.
know.
It seems like this is important, and I'm missing out on it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
well.
important, but I don't know why.
Yeah.
And I don't care to rewind to find out why.
That's fair. Okay.
So Tootie is inspired. She gets the town to like make the Christmas tree lighting happen again.
Mm-hmm.
Blair and Natalie are there.
For a hot second again.
They sing "This Little Light of Mine" very awkwardly, and like only 2 people.
Yeah. Like this, someone's like, this little light of mine. They're like, oh, yeah, this little light of mine.
And they're all,
And then they're like, "Okay, we're done with that." I don't even think.
Anywho.
Yeah. Anyway, it's very weird, and usually everyone in the town sings the song, and you're like, "This is so cheesy
all
and
get into
stupid."
it, yeah.
But it's even worse when nobody sings it except for like 2 people. You know?
okay.
Speaking of awkward things, I'd like to rewind for a moment.
Yes.
There was a man, he was the next door neighbor, and his name was Dusty. And he didn't make a goddamn lick of sense. He showed up, he was weird as fuck.
He was, yes.
well, his name's Dusty.
His name's Dusty, and he's like the quirky older guy that lives next door.
course he is.
Oh, Emma, so good to see you again.
Get
and
off
he
my
hands
land.
her, oh, we wanted to give you a fruitcake while you're in town. And he hands him a fruitcake, and I'm like, what's happening with this guy? He's got to be old Saint Nick, and he's going to come in at the end, and he's magical, and he's going to ho his way through town, and that motherfucker never shows up again.
No.
It's
There's a lot
pointless.
of that. There's a lot
There's
of that.
so many
He's
just,
decoration.
moments where people appear and disappear, and just like, oh, this is going to be a big deal. Like you're really trying to figure it out, and then it's like, no, that was 100% meaningless.
I love when I bring in a guest and I'm like, oh, you didn't know that was meaningless? You wasted time writing that down.
Yes.
Oh, I totally don't.
Oh,
I did
you
not write that down.
fool. Trying to
You
make
fool.
sense of this.
How could you make sense of this?
You, Casey, you fucking
And
idiot.
even
slut.
if he
You
did come back
ignorant
in a significant way, I wouldn't have wrote it down because it's all about the romance between the brother and the sister.
Right. This cute little romance.
Gross.
Speaking of
Dusty's
the brother and sister romance, Ben, I had to think of his name, breaks up with Heather. He's like, we weren't really
They fizzled.
a thing, so we're over.
Yeah, she started it, to be fair. She was like, hey, it's not really romantic that you have to like put our things in your calendar to remember to meet up with me. And he's like, yeah. So she's like, friends. And he's like, yeah.
Oh, okay. That's
So
nice.
this gives Tootie a chance to swoop in and spend time with Ben. But as she's doing it, Nate shows up, the realtor from Phoenix, our Hawkeye.
Yeah.
And he's
Lantern
like,
Jaw Man.
hey, we gotta work on our business together, business. But Ben sees it as like a man coming to be like the sexy man because he's so sexy.
Yes.
That who wouldn't feel threatened?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was
Like,
also
look
like,
at that
oh,
job.
now here's where he's going to turn into the bad guy. And he's still just so nice.
He's nice.
Doesn't.
Normally, Lifetime
I'm scared.
movie. Yes.
Yeah.
Right. They would.
Not
But
today.
not a Christmas lifetime.
Unless, you know what? He probably murdered Dusty when he got to town.
He probably
Ooh,
did. That's why we
probably
didn't
did.
see
we
him
just
again.
didn't see that part.
Yeah.
So it's finally Christmas Eve.
Oh,
It's
finally.
the Christmas tree lighting. Oh, maybe not a lighting, just a festival or something. The lighting happened already. I don't know what it is. They're showcasing the new lights. Basically, is what's going on.
Right.
And
She also kind of fucked him about making the new lights because she told the world on
she
television
does,
that there was
yes.
going to be a new light. So then he had to make it, and he didn't get mad at her, which was cool.
yeah, because
But he really
Yeah, good
fucked
for
her
him.
over on television.
well, because he's trying to figure out these old plans from the father that he's like, I don't know what they mean. I need time.
He's like Tony Starking.
Yes,
Basically,
yes.
yeah.
Trying to find a new type of light.
Yeah, they were really trying to figure it out.
But the lighting goes well. Everyone's impressed by the lights. Tootie makes a speech and she's like, sorry I abandoned the town, but I'm here now. And just remember your inner light because everyone has a light inside of them. And you light up my Christmas and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know,
That's
she doesn't say you light up my Christmas, but she should have.
she should have. She should have sang it.
Yes.
I thought that would be a line.
And I'm going to add something that didn't happen, but I'm pretty sure it did. Nate and Heather are fucking.
Oh, totally. Totally.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Off camera.
They're having a little.
Maybe that's why his voice
real
didn't
turbo.
recognize on the microphone because he was too busy just canoodling back in the trailer.
No, I totally agree with you guys. Off of no evidence.
The lights,
Yeah.
the lights go off. All the new lights, they're so bright.
They're so bright.
But no one cares.
yeah.
No one cares
All
about these
15
lights.
people that live in the town are like, whatever.
So there's a blackout?
They're no. I meant like they are on. It goes off without a hitch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, everyone's just like, whatever.
Oh, got you.
Like
Okay.
maybe like 5 people applaud and they're like, oh, cool.
Yeah. And they
Like-
could only afford like 12 extras because they did stupid shit like pay Dusty to be there.
So
Dusty Johnson.
Ben and Tootie are standing by the new lights and they're talking about feelings again. And they're like, oh, well, we just love each other so much. And they kiss and we get no resolution to anything. They just kiss and that's the end.
And that's the end.
It was like a very Hallmarky ending. And I was like,
No.
I need to know.
It's like we knew they were going to kiss. I mean, clearly she's going to stay in town, not sell her dad's house.
We
right,
don't know
and live
that.
there.
I mean,
But
I'm thinking she's
these
going
are
back
all
to Phoenix
assumptions.
and being dumb.
Yeah, maybe she's like, I love you, but my life is in Phoenix. Goodbye.
Life
Yeah.
is in Phoenix.
And my neighbor just got murdered by my new partner in realty, so I must go. And then she sells her dad's house.
Right.
and I'm very
and-
fond of old Dusty Johnson.
Yeah. And then
The
maybe
mountain
Ben
man.
and Nate get it on.
Maybe.
I like that idea.
Let's go with that.
And then Joe calls up on the iPhone again and says, you know what? My brother just got murdered, but I'm suddenly available. I'll be right in.
Right. I'm in for that scene.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
So
Okay.
that's it.
That's
And
it.
that ends.
That is it.
And then
so,
it ends.
on
Oh,
the
man.
podcast.
Yes.
We either pour it up or put a cork in it. We'll start with Casey.
Okay. As I mentioned before, I didn't know until we got to this moment if I was going to pour it up or put a cork in it.
Good.
Yeah.
That's good. That's the way to
And
go.
I will
with it.
tell you, as far as Lifetime movies go, I really enjoyed this, and my instinct was to pour it up. But I feel like I was lied to with false advertising about this Facts of Life
yeah.
reunion and what
Yep.
my expectations were so much higher on how they were going to reunite and they were going to drop little references and be in scenes together.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to put a cork in it.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. Drew, how about you?
I am going to also put a cork in it because I didn't understand this movie.
I
that you
mean, there's
explained
not
to me.
much to
Yeah,
understand.
sorry.
It was like, what?
Yeah.
It was all, what?
Yeah.
It's like, wait, what?
Yeah.
The whole time.
Right.
That's
I
pretty much what
wanted
you
to
do.
say, wait, what? But I didn't
Because you're a good podcast
because I'm a good
host and you understand how this works.
I'm
Yeah.
a good co-host of a
Yeah.
podcast, and I'm just gonna not do that, but I'll put a cork in it. For
There you
that.
go.
It is a wait what movie
Mm-hmm.
for sure.
Wait, what?
I am also putting a cork in it.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, the decorations were totally whack. If it's a Christmas lights movie, I need way more Christmas lights.
Yeah.
Way cooler Christmas lights.
yeah.
We didn't even get a blinky Christmas light, and I hate those.
Yeah. We would have taken it. Jesus,
Not
we were
even a-
desperate.
Not even a blinky.
Not even
What?
a blink. Not even one blink.
We were damn desperate.
They were like
taking it.
Edison bulb Christmas lights, which
Are there
that's
new
just an Edison bulb,
kind of lights?
Disgusting.
right?
It's a different kind of light that works on a different thing.
I love Ben, and I poured up for Ben, but the Facts of Life misdirect was rude. I like that it was written and directed by women, and Kim Fields produced, and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But also, like, do better, ladies. Like, come on now, we've seen this a million times.
And there were people of color in it. It was like whole scenes with people of color.
Oh yes,
And that's
Still.
great. But fucking make a better movie.
it just was boring.
Yeah.
It was boring.
It sounds boring. There was no like cool like twists. Or
No
turns or
Santa,
anything?
no nothing. No, if the town next door is burned down. Oh wait, that was a different one. Never mind.
Oh, they get
Wow, here we go. They're all jumping
Oh,
in my
we're all
brain.
mixing
Yes.
in together.
But yeah, so put a cork in this one for sure.
And why
Worked it.
the other
Sorry.
town had like they start the business and
There
this
needed to be a
town-
bad guy. We literally never even saw them.
No.
We never saw the
Nope.
antagonist.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or you
so
couldn't. You
stupid.
didn't even just get a bad guy that turns good. I don't know because it's
Nothing.
Christmas.
Yes, Heart of Gold.
Yeah.
Or Heart grew
That was
three
probably
sizes or
Dusty,
whatever.
but he got murdered.
Yep.
Oh,
and also,
Dusty Johnson.
if Lifetime is gonna give us that type of stuff, like lean into it. I need the murder. I want a Christmas murder, Lifetime.
At least a murder. God, I
on.
want some bloody snow.
at least a murder. Happens.
Yeah, think about the beautiful, artistic bloody snow we could get
Yes.
It'd be so great. It'd be so good
next year, guys. Next year.
next year.
All right, that wraps up our conversation about You Light Up My Christmas. But before we go, we have our favorite segment of every day of this month because I just realized it's every day instead of every week.
It is every day.
Okay, here we go. What you say, Candace Cameron Bure. On my wedding day, catch the bouquet. Candace hates the gays. Candace Cameron Bure. Drinking rosé, eating creme brulee. Can't share with me. Candace Cameron Bure. Yeah. What you say, Candace Cameron Bure. Okay, what you
Yes.
say, Candace Cameron Bure, the segment
What
where we watch Candace's
did
Instagram and we
she
talk about it.
Hey.
So there's so much Candace content because it's the holidays and
Ugh.
she really loves to post.
I'm
She's
so
also
glad you
putting
do
out
this.
a cookware line. She's also putting out a Christmas decoration line. She's also putting
Good
out a
for-
sex
good
toy
for her.
line. So I've heard.
Ew.
Yeah, sex toy line.
Really?
Candace Cameron Boutte.
I just
Butt plugs.
I just bought a butt plug for her.
Just kidding, she's not. But
You really want to
but-
think about DJ Tanner while you're getting your butthole plugged up.
I mean, I do, but that's like
right.
That's,
It's a different
That's
thing.
different.
that's a whole different.
All right,
fetish.
let's watch the clip. Oh gosh, I've deleted the video. Here we go.
I just did this. I labeled all our spices.
Showing us her spice rack.
And her husband's
Bubble
hacking up a
out.
lung in the background.
And this.
Because he's smoking a joint.
Okay, that's it. Maybe.
She needs
that's good.
friends. Right?
I think she has some friends, but they're only in like, they're just as like involved with themselves as she is.
So they're all just individually posting instead of talking to each other?
Maybe, I don't know.
I think the whole cast of Fuller House is like, think fuck that show's over now because now we don't have to talk to her anymore.
Oh, I mean, the cast must be so happy it's
Like,
over.
Like she's sad.
She's sad about it. I'm sure Kimmy Gibbler's sad about it. Jodie Sweetin's like on to bigger and brighter things, please, because she's a good actress.
yeah. But Kimmy and Jody are probably, what's her name? Andrea Barber and Jody are probably like, let's hang out, let's go do stuff. We cannot let Candace know that we're going out tonight.
Ooh.
No, because we're gonna get fucking wasted, and we're gonna do some coke,
Yeah.
and we're gonna do.
Jody's on the straight and narrow.
She is on the straight and narrow. She doesn't even drink anymore.
She did.
But
She was
Okay.
meth
they're
addicted.
at the least
Fine.
going to sit around and talk about how God is dead, and you can't do that in front of Candace.
No,
No,
you can't
you
talk
can't.
about that because
You can't.
they think.
Well,
they
that's
do-
why the Olsen's twins didn't come back. They know God's dead.
They at least they know that God.
They are godless.
All the Olsons
Oh.
know that God is not around anymore.
They
Like Luke Olson knows.
Elizabeth Olsen.
Elizabeth.
Yeah, all the
knows.
Olsons. Any Olsen knows that
Wow.
God isn't around anymore, guys, and I'm sorry that he's not. It's
right.
It's not me.
This
I'm
isn't
not
very
saying-
Christmas. Is this coming out Christmas Eve? Probably. This
Yeah,
is
this is
not very
Christmas
Christmas Eve talk.
Right, because Christmas
Well, Christmas
is
Eve.
about the birth of Christ.
Christmas Eve is about when.
Away
Jesus-
in a manger, right?
It's about when Jesus, Christ,
Left heaven to
fought-
come to earth.
to come to Earth to fight Santa Claus
Oh,
for the right.
who was played by Dusty.
Dusty Johnson.
Oh, not Springfield.
No, not Dusty Springfield. Dusty Johnson.
Love her.
And that's who that guy played. And
Got
they
it.
fought. They fought each other, and Santa Claus won because he's bigger, stronger,
And he brings presents.
and he brings presents.
Where
Right.
Jesus needed stuff.
Yeah, and he didn't have anything.
He needed stuff.
Right.
Bless him.
Right.
So
Nothing against Jesus, but like
Instead
he
of-
he didn't have what it took to
Mm-hmm.
fucking fight Santa Claus.
instead of reading A Night Before Christmas,
Mm-hmm.
just play this part of the podcast for your children.
yeah, they'll
This
get
is
it
what
this
Christmas
way.
is
It's
all about.
entertaining. Santa eats your cookies
Mm-hmm.
and drinks your milk.
But he brings a bunch of gifts.
And he brings a bunch of gifts because he won the ultimate fight
Yeah.
with Jesus Christ.
And Jesus is just a baby, and he's like, "Give me your gold, frankincense, and myrrh."
Yeah, he's just being like, "Oh, come on."
I need it.
He's like, "Come on," and Santa Claus is like, "Nope,
Yep.
the world deserves better than this."
So you're telling me Jesus is like Boss Baby?
Yeah.
Sorta.
Kind of like Boss Baby mixed with Baby Driver.
Yeah. Oh, Baby Driver. Yeah. No. Jesus is like Baby Driver.
Baby Driver.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Santa,
Got it.
Candace Cameron Bure sucks.
and Santa Claus is more like John Wick, if you can imagine that.
Got it. I love that guy in Friday Night Lights.
Yeah.
Okay.
Totally.
Wonderful. All right. So that wraps up our conversation for this episode. I think it's time for pluggy time.
Yeah.
Casey, do you have anything you'd like to plug at the pluggy time?
Oh, sure. I will plug my podcast, also on the Universe Head Podcast Network. It's called Baddest Mothers in the Room, where Tristan Tanner and I talk about what the fuck is happening when you own a child.
Yeah, when you own a child, it's crazy.
Yeah.
You guys talk about it in a real way.
Yeah, we both have 2-year-olds, and we also have a lovely variety of guests, mothers, fathers, parents, grandparents from all walks of life, and it is very fun to do.
And just people that are like, yeah, it's fucking weird as human beings having a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
weird.
And the
strange.
way children come into people's lives is in so many different ways. It's very
It's
interesting.
all different. There's not a same way.
Yeah.
Not the same way.
Most recently, we had a mother on who had birthed one, didn't want to birth another, so she adopted, and her husband got a vasectomy, and then that vasectomy didn't work.
It didn't work.
And so they had a
Yeah.
third.
Whoa.
Oops.
Yeah.
Oops-a-daisy.
And here I thought all babies came from storks.
Well, some do.
Oh, yeah, we have someone like that on too.
Oh, good.
Some
There's
do,
a
yeah.
stork episode.
Yeah.
Well,
Cool.
one is my mom is on one of the earlier episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a midwife. Of
course.
So she's like, look, this shit is gross.
This shit is bananas.
This shit is bananas.
She's
When you
seen
have
it
a
all.
kid, it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing.
And we've had someone on who she delivered their baby
Yeah.
in a fucking bathtub
Yep.
with no drugs.
No drugs.
Well, that's a mistake.
I know. It's like, drugs were available to you, right?
Game of
So I
those
guess, and I
drugs.
chose not to have them.
Like, huh?
And there's a lot of babies that were born in my bathtub because my mom is a midwife.
That's true.
In my bathtub growing up.
Oh, and
Yeah.
it's like, true, time to take a bath. You're like, I thought
Slip.
about this and
I actually-
maybe not.
I grew up going like, why would you use drugs? It's a natural thing that happens.
And then you slipped on the afterbirth in your own tub.
And I was like, zoink.
zoink.
Merry
And I
Christmas.
fell down and hit my head.
I
and
think
then
it's
I
great.
realized,
It's
there,
great.
There you go. Drew, anything to plug for you for Christmas Eve?
you know what? Just follow me on Drew But With Pants on Instagram. And make sure to follow the Limbos, my band.
Yeah, follow the limos.
You don't have to listen to them.
Oh, but do.
You don't have to listen.
But you should.
You should. You'd probably like it, but like just follow it. Even though, just do me a favor. like follow it and then listen later, but follow it because we need followers because Spotify is a weird thing. It's a beast.
Yeah.
Anyone can be on Spotify. So we're trying to, I don't know, get there.
Thanks.
Great.
Oh, yeah, you can follow us at Baddest Mothers on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Thanks.
Perfect.
Yep.
So this, well, we'll have an episode out for Christmas, of course. But then we are going to be taking a little break. We're taking January off. We've earned it.
And your parents are going to be
They'll
here.
be on for Christmas.
It'll be We'll be a family.
We'll
And
be a
they're gonna-
family.
And they're going to adopt me.
Adopt. Yep.
Yeah.
And then I'll have them on Baddest Mothers to talk about adopting a 35-year-old
grown
fucking
man.
man.
I'm 38.
Okay.
Oh, wait. No, yeah, I'm 35.
I thought you were 65.
Oh, wait,
our,
you're 65.
our ages are getting
I'm
confused.
65 years old, but that's you can still adopt me.
There you go. All right. Well, thank you both for being here. And thank you,
course.
listeners, for checking back in with Lifetime in Court. We watch these movies so you don't have to, but if you do, we'd love to hear from you. You can follow me at Patrick Miguel or the podcast at Lifetime in Court. Don't forget to rate and review us. And hey, call us at 872-267-4117 to tell us what you want us to talk about in season 6.
Yeah.
The Facts of Life.
the Facts of Life podcast. Wow.
The Facts of Life podcast.
I'm sure it exists.
We'll start.
But how could
No,
it
we
be
won't.
popular?
I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.